Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're looking at a company that's really at the core of how modern businesses run online, monitoring everything, Datadog. We've got the fundamental reports, technical charts, news analysis you sent over. Our job, figure out that big question. Is Datadog a good buy right now?
It's a great question, and honestly a tricky one. Datadog is in this essential space, cloud observability, security. It's critical stuff. They sort out the mess of complex cloud systems.
Right.
They're growing super fast, clearly a leader, but wow, that valuation is really, really high. So the whole conversation has to be, can the growth story actually support that price tag?
Yeah, you absolutely nailed attention right there. Before we dive into those numbers and see how they stack up, just a quick reminder for you listening. If you like this kind of analysis, please hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and definitely, if there's a company you want us to examine next, tell us in the comments. We tailor these discussions based on what you want to know. Okay, let's start with the foundation. The hard numbers. What's driving this? Fundamentals first. Top line looks serious. Trailing 12 months revenue, what was it? $3.02 billion as of June 30th, 2025. That's significant scale.
It is. And what's really striking is the scale combined with the speed. Their latest quarterly revenue grew 28.1% year over year. Now think about that. A lot of SaaS companies, they're struggling to hit even low double digits right now. So 28%, that shows real ongoing demand for what they do. Cloud observability isn't optional, it seems.
Okay, hold on though. If we're talking about justifying a, 390 times forward earnings multiple, is 28.1% growth really enough? I mean, isn't that actually slower than their growth a couple of years back?
That's a fair challenge. Yes, absolutely. The hypergrowth from the pandemic era has moderated. That's undeniable. But the context matters. This 28.1% is off a much bigger revenue base now. And it shows large companies are still picking Datadog, consolidating tools onto their platform, probably to save money and get better visibility overall. Plus, they're not just growing revenue anymore. Look at the profitability. Recent EPS, $0.46, beat the street's estimates. And TTM net income hit $124.58 million. So they're getting more disciplined operationally while still pushing that strong growth.
Let's dig into those profitability details because like you said, this is where the story either holds up or falls apart. The sources highlight a really impressive gross margin, almost 80%, 79.94%. That's top tier stuff. But then the net margin is just 4.13%. What's happening to the other 75%? Where's it going?
Well, that gap, that massive difference between 80% gross and 4% net, that's really the heart of the matter, isn't it? It tells you the core product is incredibly profitable to deliver, very low cost of goods sold. But that 75% difference, that's almost entirely strategic investment. Huge chunks go into sales and marketing, landing those big enterprise deals, and massive amounts into research and development, R&D, to keep building new features and stay ahead. That's their moat building.
So you're saying that low net margin isn't a sign of weakness necessarily, it's deliberate, spending to fuel future growth and maintain leadership.
Precisely. Look, if you're going to command a 390x multiple long-term, you have to be the undisputed tech leader. That R&D spend is basically buying them future market share, future pricing power. The idea is eventually, when growth naturally slows a bit more, they can ease off the R&D and S&M pedals, and that huge 80% gross margin gives them tons of room for net margins to expand dramatically. And importantly, they have the financial health to do it. Low debt, that debt to equity is just 30.7%. So they have flexibility to keep investing or maybe even make some smart acquisitions. And that need to keep investing, to keep innovating, brings us right to the competitive side. The moat. How strong is it really? They're definitely a leader in cloud-native observability, but they've got serious competition.
Yeah, we hear moat thrown around a lot with tech stocks. What specifically makes Datadog's moat solid against players like, say, New Relic or Dynatrace, or even the big cloud providers themselves like AWS or Azure?
That's the crucial question to ask. I think the biggest threat isn't really another specialist observability company. It's the potential for platform bundling, right? Like, could AWS or Azure just offer similar tools cheaper or even free to lock customers into their cloud? Datadog's defense against that is being this unified, comprehensive platform that works across all the major clouds, plus on-premise systems, and critically integrates security deeply. That integration creates really high switching costs. Once a big company weaves Datadog into monitoring security alerting across their whole complex multi-cloud setup, tearing it out is just a nightmare. Hugely expensive, super risky.
And that land and expand model built on being sticky seems like it got some external validation this past summer too.
Absolutely. The market definitely recognized that durability. Datadog got added to the S&P 500 index back on July 9th, 2025. That's often a big deal, right? It triggers buying from all those passive index funds, adds a layer of stability.
And we also saw a lot of product news recently. The sources mentioned their big DSH conference. Over 400 new products and features announced. They're clearly not sitting still, especially on the AI front.
No, definitely not. They are pushing hard to expand what they can do, their total addressable market, or TAM. And those features included things like LLM observability. That's super relevant right now.
Okay, for listeners maybe not deep in the weeds of cloud engineering, what exactly is LLM observability?
Good question. It's basically monitoring everything about the large language models, the AI tools that companies are building into their apps now. You need to watch their performance, check their accuracy, track how much they're costing you in cloud resources. So if your company is using custom AI, you need something like Datadog to make sure it's working right and not breaking the bank. It fits perfectly into their wider strategy around DevSecOps,
Which means,
bringing development, security, and operations all together seamlessly. Datadog aims to be the single pane of glass for all three, making their platform pretty indispensable once you're bought in. And they're succeeding in selling that vision. They've crossed 30,500 global customers now.
okay, so it sounds like Wall Street is largely buying this narrative. The sources show strong institutional backing, and 29 analysts rate it a buy?
Yeah, the consensus is quite bullish. And we saw some specific action in September, too. Wolf Research upgraded them, went from peer perform all the way to outperform, and slapped a $150 price target on it. That signals real conviction that the R&D is working and the growth runway is still long.
All right, let's shift gears a bit. We've talked fundamentals, the competitive edge. What about timing, the technicals? If the story is strong, does the chart agree? Is now a good entry point, technically speaking? What are the signals telling us?
Well, looking at the chart, the prevailing trend is pretty clearly bullish. You see that pattern of consistent higher lows and higher highs. That's classic momentum, and the key technical indicators seem to back that up.
Okay, give us the specifics. What numbers should someone considering buying be looking at?
So the stock is trading comfortably above its 50-day simple moving average, which is around $136.50. And it's also above the longer-term 200-day SMA, down near $126.80. Being above both is generally seen as a sign of solid underlying strength. Also, the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, is at 55.14. That's kind of a sweet spot. It indicates bullish momentum, but it's not wildly overbought, suggests there's still fuel in the tank, maybe not due for an immediate sharp pullback.
So potentially more room to climb. What are the key price levels to watch then? Resistance overhead and support below.
Yeah, looking up, there seems to be significant resistance clustered between about $163 and $177. Breaking decisively above $177 would likely need a strong positive catalyst. On the downside, the key support zone to watch is probably $137 to $145. That lines up pretty well with that 50-day moving average. Based on how things look now, the next 3 months could reasonably see the stock trading somewhere in the, say, $147 to $177 range.
Okay, and speaking of catalysts, what could actually push it through that $177 resistance level in the coming months?
The big one, the most critical near-term catalyst, is definitely the Q3 2025 earnings report. That's expected around November 6th. Given everything we've discussed about demand, the market's going to be looking for continued strong growth, probably over 20% year-over-year revenue growth again. If they deliver a solid beat on revenue and earnings and maybe raise their future guidance, that could absolutely provide the spark needed to break higher.
And beyond just the numbers, there's a lot of market chatter, a lot of buzz, particularly around AI, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Besides earnings, new product rollouts are key. We expect to hear more about those AI-powered analytics tools, maybe expanded security modules. But yeah, the speculative rumors are flying. There's talk about them pushing deeper into AI-driven analytics generally, and even integrating some really advanced stuff like agentic AI.
Agentic AI. Okay, that sounds futuristic. What does that actually mean for Datadog?
Yeah, it does sound a bit sci-fi. But in simple terms, think of it like autonomous AI program software agents that don't just observe problems in a company's cloud systems, but can actually take action automatically to fix them, all without a human needing to step in. Imagine autonomous security agents that detect and respond to threats instantly, or agents that optimize cloud resource usage on the fly. If Datadog could successfully deliver something like that, that would be a massive game changer, a huge differentiator. And you can bet the market is already trying to price in some of that potential.
Okay, but we need to inject some caution here. We've laid out a very bullish case based on the sources, but we absolutely have to come back to that massive risk, the valuation, that 390x forward PE.
Right. That number hangs over everything. It means expectations are sky high. If that growth story stumbles even a little bit or just doesn't quite meet those extreme expectations, the stock price could get hit hard through multiple compression. And being a high beta tech stock, if the whole market turns sour or risk averse, Datadog will likely fall further and faster than more stable, lower valued stocks. Exactly. And let's think about that 4.13% net margin again. What if the economy gets tougher? What if competition forces them to spend even more aggressively on R&D and sales just to keep up? Could that low net margin become permanent or even shrink? If they can't show a clear path to significant operating leverage, better profit margins in the next, say, few years, then the whole rationale for that enormous valuation starts to crumble.
So pulling it all together then, we have strong growth, clear leadership, good technicals, upcoming catalysts, but also this huge valuation risk and execution challenges, especially with AI. What's the final verdict from the sources? Should you, the listener, consider buying Datadog now?
Well, synthesizing all the analysis from the materials provided, the overall rating leans quite bullish, around an 8.5 out of 10. The thesis really hinges on that compelling combination: rapid revenue growth that's still outpacing peers, undeniable leadership in a critical market, a healthy balance sheet giving them options, and clear catalysts on the horizon, both short-term like earnings and longer-term like the whole DevSecOps and AI expansion.
So it's not just a punt on the next earnings report. It works for different types of investors.
It seems that way. The sources suggest it could appeal to shorter-term traders playing those catalysts, like the Q3 report or AI news. But its core appeal is probably for longer-term investors who really buy into the multi-year story. The idea that as cloud complexity explodes globally, Datadog is uniquely positioned to benefit, assuming they keep executing, especially on that ambitious and costly AI roadmap. The moat seems real if they maintain it.
Yeah, it really is a unique profile compared to a lot of other software companies right now. For me, the most striking thing remains that stark contrast we talked about, that incredibly high 80% gross margin next to the pretty low 4% net margin. It just perfectly encapsulates the story, right? The high cost of staying dominant, but also the incredible profit potential down the road if they pull it off.
Exactly. And that cost, that investment required, leads us to the final thought we want to leave you with. Given that so much of today's high valuation and positive sentiment is built on the promise of future AI capabilities, much of which isn't fully proven or monetized yet, how quickly does Datadog need to deliver tangible results from its AI investments, real products, real customer adoption, real impact on the bottom line, to actually justify trading at 390 times forward earnings consistently? That timeline, how fast they need to execute, that's the ultimate risk-reward calculation you need to think about.
That's a great question to chew on. Really puts the pressure on their execution. Well, thank you for sharing your sources with us and letting us explore Datadog today. We're keen to hear what company you want us to analyze next time. Keep that curiosity going.